All right, folks, yesterday, members of DOGE went to D.C., and I got to tell you, I, for one, I'm very hopeful that that these times are remembered in the future as the days, right, that got America back on its feet. And so this stop, I think, was really amazing. But it's amazing, hopefully, for our children and grandchildren. But speaking of which, I did ask the viewers to caption the photo that will become iconic, right? It already is. Spencer says it's Marlon Brando and Al Pacino. Doge Father 1 and Doge Father 2. Another viewer saying Elon is teaching his son to be president in 40 years. Might be sooner. Ivan tweets, bring your kid to work day. Such an awesome picture. Monique writes, we got a lot of work to do that. Joining me now, Walser Wealth Management President Rebecca Walser and Federalist Elections correspondent Brianna Lyman. All right, first ladies, caption the photo. What would you caption it?
My caption is, I'm going to rip your budget apart, and so I'm bringing my kids, and you can't yell at me. like the bloke we had this week in Congress, right?
Good one, yeah.
I think it's the future of America sits on Elon's shoulders. If he can get DOGE through, he can save America.
All right, I think we came, we saw, and we're going to conquer this bad boy. Now, the question is, on that note, Brianna, can they conquer? Will DOGE be successful?
Absolutely. When I think of DOGE, I think of Thomas Jefferson. He said, I'm for a government rigorously frugal and simple. The point of the federal government was never to be this big, and it was to use things like taxation sparingly. We've gotten far past that. Elon Musk is a man that came in, bought Twitter, cut the workforce, and X is thriving. So he knows how to cut waste and make things work, and he's going to do that for this country.
What do you think?
I think that I love it, but if it's just done by executive order, we're going to constantly have this, oh, we are in the Paris Climate Accord, we're not. Oh, we're doing this, we're not. I mean, there has to be something that's more foundational change here.
A big key, I think, is going to be Republicans. You know, I really feel like, you know, there's still some older school Republicans that, here's the thing. Senators are saying to themselves, listen, I'll be here 2 years after you're gone, President Trump. Exactly. So somehow there's got to be massive pressure put on them. Here's the good news. Elon's got a way of putting pressure on you. Vivek and another guy named Donald Trump who's not up for re-election. So if you want to stand in the way of this, particularly as a Republican, I think you're going to get mulled over, and I think you should.
Yeah, absolutely. There's too much embedded corruption, and it's at all levels. And race, fraud, and abuse is just alone could probably rip out $1 trillion.
So a lot of folks are excited about this, too, because corporations, the abuse of corporations, you know, you feel like Robert F. Kennedy being a part of this. And I saw this great thing as a statement about trusting companies, you know, more than I did a year ago. And of course, the answer is no, right? 71% they don't. What do you say about that? Because trust overall everywhere in institutions, Brianna, everywhere seems to have faded mightily. What do you say about a nation that can't trust its corporations, can't trust its elected officials, can't trust its institutions?
I think this is a nation that's well aware of what's going on behind the scenes. They know what's designed against them. And when we talk about corporations, for example, they have these DEI policies. They're no longer focused on the product. We get products that come from China, break in 2 years if you're lucky to get it that long. Americans want something that has foundation that they can go back to, go again. And until corporations make that their focus and not DEI woke initiatives, they're going to continue losing the American trust.
I mean, Charles, you know, I just don't even know what to say about it. It's just unbelievable. If you look at the actual numbers in 2020, you kind of saw it was 50 and kind of went up a little bit to 2022, like 52% now don't trust. But from 2022 to present day, it went from the 50s to the 70s.
Right.
So I think Robert Kennedy is a game changer. And what we need to see now is we need to cut through the subterfuge and the obfuscation of everyone not knowing what's really going on. And we need, like, literally C-SPAN to have nothing but Robert Kennedy going through every vaccine, every FDA approval of every food, Red 40 being banned everywhere but in this country. We need this on C-SPAN as a list, and Americans need to start being educated about what they're consuming that's total crap and actually detrimental to your health that's banned everywhere else. And once we start getting that, then the transparency. And we need the same thing on C-SPAN 2. We need all the infrastructure problems and all the pork projects by senator, by region, by jurisdiction, by county, and let's start actually holding people accountable.
All right, I love it. And by the way, people want that. I do agree people want that. All right, let me switch gears here. I saw this, the new business of breakups. The new business of breakups. Now, the article is amazing. They talk about all these new businesses because apparently people are breaking up like tremendously. But they also mentioned Ovid, who wrote, "Love is a scam. Every time, every case." Is that true, Brianna? I mean, you're part of the younger generation. Are you jaded yet?
Yeah, I think I'm jaded. I think, the left has really made my generation believe that you should never let a tragedy go to waste. A breakup is a tragedy in some respects. And so they have all these programs now where they think they're going to help you through it. And it's like, people, you got to cry it out, eat some ice cream, watch Friends on rerun. Like, you're going to get through this one way or another.
Breakup.
They had to add the breakup app Mend because they had the breakup, or they had the first app. Like, what is all? I don't know the dating apps because I've never. That's beyond my day. But literally, like all the swipes, right, left, all these things, Charles. If you find your people on a breakup or a dating app, then you're going to have the breakup app. But these things are crazy. We're talking about they're offering narcotics to get over depression really quickly. I'm like, geez, I kind of want to be broken up with just so I can maybe take some drugs.
Who knew it would be this easy? All right, I'm going to bring up something because you kind of reminded me of it when you mentioned RFK Jr. They have a thing called, it's new, it's the Bake Express. And this thing, so it makes everything. It's like, it's the ultimate machine, food machine. You go through this bad boy, you can get a pizza, get a bowl of pasta. And then here's the thing on the machine, if you look closely, it says freshly made. But here's the thing, though. It doesn't say that the ingredients are fresh, right? Would you buy food from this if it was RFK Jr. approved?
If it was RFK Jr. approved, yes. But as it stands, I think that this should, instead of all of like spaghetti, it should say cancer, UB40. Do you want to order this? And it reminds me of the Easy Bake Oven. Back in the day, you just put your little cake mix in there with some water, and you got to see it go through the whole process. Now we have this whole machine that can give you spaghetti or bananas. It's like, wait a minute, what's going on here? I don't think these things are
It's not freshly made, it's freshly nuked. Okay.
It's a little scary.
No, really?
No, please. I need to stop eating the junk they serve at nice restaurants because it's all polluted. Wake up, America.
Now, we did have something similar to this called the Automat, but there were people behind it. It was huge. And I know you always make fun of me, but you got a movie assignment, right? Cary Grant, Doors Day movie. Yeah.
What's the title?
It's something mink. A Touch of Mink.
Oh,
A Touch of Mink.
Okay.
Fantastic. They made some of the best movies out there. And by the way, back in those days, you didn't need any kind of breakup coaches. You didn't need any kind of drugs. It was all about romance and a happy nation.
Yeah.
Make America great again by making it romantic again.
Making movies great again.
All right, ladies, thank you both very much.